Hello my dear Aquarellistas, here's the intro to challenge number 12. A challenge I actually made together with my granddaughter Aylin, and she chose as a subject evening gowns. She will work with us and try to watercolor lace and velvet and glitter and satin and stuff like that. I will of course add a couple of inspiration pictures to the mail, and also you're most welcome to design your own or maybe paint your own evening gown. It's fun, it's girly, and we'll do it together. I'm looking forward very much to seeing your results. Furthermore, there's a demo attached to this intro about using masking fluid, using candle wax, using other stuff to leave some parts of your painting white to help you do that. And last but not least, the book. The book is coming this way. DHL is coming today or tomorrow, and I will do a last proofread, especially for the pictures in the book. And then we're going to order. Super, I'll let you know more soon. Until soon, I look forward to seeing your paintings. Bye bye. If it comes to leaving things white on your painting, we often use masking fluid, but there are many more possibilities, and I'll go through a couple of them in this demo. But we'll start with good old masking fluid. I use Winsor & Newton, and I apply it with a spacer. It is a brush-like thing, but this is rubber, and it's used usually in oil painting. I think the simplest is if I just write masking fluid, because then we'll certainly know this is. The good part about masking fluid is that it has a little bit of pigment in it, and that you can still see it, and especially when it dries. It will dry up slightly yellowish, and it is now also, I use Winsor & Newton, but also Talents has now one on the market, and that is actually blackish, so you can see that really well. The disadvantage of that is that you can imagine what it will look like when it's white, because what this leaves is of course the white of the paper. By the way, you can also apply already painted paper and then paint another layer on that already painted surface, and that gives a batik-like effect. I feel another demo coming up, and that's for next time for challenge 13 or 14 or 15. Okay, masking fluid is on. I'm leaving it now to dry, and then I'll give it a wash, and we'll see what it will look like. Another way of leaving white in your painting is gum arabic, or gum arabic as it's written here. And I think I may not have mentioned with masking fluid, most of you know this of course, never ever use a good brush for your masking fluid because it will ruin it. Gum arabic is also in all your usual paints, so you can apply that with your normal good brushes. It has a similar working as masking fluid, but it will leave your paint softer, so the effect is softer. I will show you that when it's done. I'll use the gum words because it should rub out later. It's not a bad method at all, and it does help you a bit to see the right sizes and the thicknesses of the lines that you want to keep white. So I'll write the word pencil here. And I don't, press too much on my pencil, so that I know in advance that I can easily rub it out. Now, of course, if you use masking fluid or gum arabic afterwards, you can spontaneously go over all these lines that you have already put in. With pencil you can't, you'll have to carefully paint around it. Pencils, well, okay. And then there's candle wax. It's quite pathetic. This is the only candle wax I could find in the whole house. But I'll give it a try, and candle wax has the disadvantage that you can't paint on the spot where the candle wax is, and so it's always a bit of a surprise, and writing is not easy. But you can of course also put beautiful trees in it, and there it doesn't matter so much when you can't really see the effect. But I'll write candle wax here. Should be good, and we'll see later what it comes out like. And then there is oil pastel. The only reason I have them in the house is for the effect. You can put them on top of your paint, and of course you can also put them underneath, and then they will have a similar effect to the candle wax, and you can also not see what you're doing. So as far as I remember, the oil pastels are a bit better visible as soon as the moment comes that you put paint on it. Both the candle wax and the oil pastel will be admitting a bit of paint in them. So gum arabic is soft, masking fluid is very hard, and candle wax and oil pastel will be kind of getting little dots of paint in between, especially when you use the rougher paper. Okay, next time I'm here it's with paint, so that you can actually see the effect of all this. So here we go. We'll first put some Payne's Grey over the masking fluid, and here over the candle wax. You can see it is similar to oil pastel, especially oil pastel on top of your paint. Another way is to just leave white, whatever you want white, but that's not easy, and it's the same effect as when you carefully draw with pencil and rub that out later, as you can see. And then gum arabic, very soft effect, and oil pastel when you paint over it. There's another way to actually make lighter points in your already existing paint, and that's lifting. So you can lift the paint by making the parts, wetting the parts with clear water that you want to be lifted, and And then after you have applied the water, you lift that water with a dry brush. And you repeat that a couple of times. And it gets reasonably light. It will never get completely white, and note that Payne's Grey lifts quite easy. And we end with dabbing the whole thing with kitchen paper, and that makes it as light as it can possibly get. Lifted. And now the different effects. With masking fluid, as you can see, it's very strong, it has a good contrast, and with gum arabic it is quite vague, but it becomes super white, so you can lift it completely, but it is less hard. Then there is the candle wax that you can't see at all on your paper, but if you put paint over it, it's quite clear. Oil pastel you can put on top of your paint, and then it will have the same effect, and underneath your paint it's much lighter because also the pigment is picked up a little bit. Then you can just leave the paint out and lift with a wet brush. And with the pencil you get the effect as if you leave it white. And that was it. So I'm looking really forward to your beautiful evening dresses, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye bye!